Hey, Gemini, Mel, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your September 2025 love and family reading. All right, Gemini, let's open up your energy field and take a look at what September has in store for you. Bottom of the deck, ooh, we have some energies here that maybe popping up subconsciously for you. This could be an energy of separation, perhaps deception, maybe even a bit of heartbreak and heartache, but it feels like there's a silver lining showing up for you. So some of you may have endured or gone through an ending, perhaps a death. You have the coffin card here, and it feels like there have been some shifts or some changes around your own personal growth and development. I feel like you are working on yourself and you're working on releasing yourself from that which binds you, that which holds you back, so you can open up fully to love. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords shows up as rest and retreat, healing, self-care. As I just mentioned, this is about you putting that monkey mind to rest, because Gemini, you may be needing a break. Perhaps you've been overworking, overthinking, obsessing about a situation. I feel like this is about you restoring balance. Some of you could be taking a vacation or taking a little bit of time to recoup after a period of major change and transformation. So someone has hurt you in some way. Maybe someone did something behind your back, or there was a conversation, gossip, something was said, something was done, and it left an imprint on your energetic field. Just like the pomegranate there. If you've ever cut up a pomegranate, they stay in your hands. It stays on your hands, that red color, for quite some time, regardless of how many times you try to wash it off. And that's what I'm getting from a situation that has really bothered you, has really upset you. You've tried to wash your hands of it, but it still holds an imprint here within your energy field. Someone may have lied to you. There may have been a separation here or a tragic ending. Some of you are going to be affected by this, but you don't have to let it limit you. You can use this as an opportunity to get closer with your higher self, get closer to the divine. That's what I'm getting here for you. Yeah, right behind it, we have paradise. That is the divine. And it feels like the coffin here is a new beginning. So you have the opportunity to start fresh. You have the opportunity to liberate yourself from something that may have been toxic or unhealthy, or even a story that is played out in your own mind over and over again. This is you being reborn. And I see that you are transitioning here into making healthier choices for yourself and for your family. You have here some really beautiful cards that are showing up with this new beginning. Now, you have Cupid's arrow, and you also have dating. Now, for some of you Gemini out there, you could be widowed. You could be opening up to love after loss. For others of you, this is an ending that you've endured in the past, and you could be getting back out there, meeting someone new. And if you are in an existing relationship, perhaps September is a month where you renew that spark, or you make a change. This could be a change for the better, regardless of what it is that you choose here. But I feel like a choice is needing to be made. I'm going to see if we have some choice cards. Okay, yeah, there's a choice when it comes to your happiness. And I do see here that there could be a bit of a pull to revert back into old defense mechanisms, but you are going to break out of that cycle. I am getting a surprise invitation, or this could be something that does show up and it takes you by surprise. But you are connecting to a new energy frequency, whether it is with an existing person or someone new. It does feel like the frequency that you are in feels very, very much new. You're opening up a new portal of your heart. Just like on this card, it always reminds me of a Valentine's Day card. You see the heart opening up and underneath it, there's another heart. It feels like you've been peeling back the layers of conditioning. You've been peeling back the layers of the devil. I see the devil here in your reading. This can be codependencies, materialism, obsessions, bondage, and even addictions. So you may have been dealing with someone who had suffered from an addiction, or you yourself may have let yourself feel for the first time. Maybe you've tried to escape from a certain feeling or numb from a certain feeling, but the dating energy is you meeting someone here, possibly online, or connecting to an energy that is very tempting, but I feel like you're also being mindful. It feels like you're mentally getting to that space where you're being mindful of your feelings, you're being mindful of the energies that are coming towards you, because Gemini, you may be highly empathic. You may pick up on other people's energies. And I do see here that because someone has hurt you or disappointed you in the past, you may have some walls up. There may be some reservations here, and you may feel very disconnected in a dynamic that is playing out at this time. So your overall energy here, we have the Four of Pentacles. There's the walls. So the Four of Pentacles can be withholding affection, or it can feel like there's a lot of layers that you are peeling back. You are unlocking a part of yourself. If you look at the illustration here, there are a lot of locks on this door, but it is a door. It is a portal nonetheless. So it tells me that you are craving this stability here. You are wanting something that feels stable, and you're protecting your own integrity here. You're protecting something sacred within you. And that means that you may be creating boundaries, but I also see for some of you, you've created perhaps a brick wall when it comes to someone in your world. And if that is the healthy option for you, then that is what you need to do. But if this has impacted a relationship in some way, you may be finding ways to chip away and unlock some of these chains around the heart space. I'm actually seeing a heart with chains around it. So this could even be someone that you are dealing with. They may be closed off emotionally, and you may be trying to move on from this energy. But I do see here that stability is returning. You have double fours, Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Four of Pentacles showing up. And fours represent foundation. They represent structure, stability, and even planning. So you've been in this phase of healing, of renewal with that Coffin card. So it tells me that, maybe there has been an ending where you'll never see someone in the physical, but I see here that they may be showing up through your memories. They may be showing up through your dreams, through signs and symbols. This could be a loved one who's crossed over, such as a mother or a father. I am getting a loved one showing up with this Coffin card. So please take that as it resonates. I'm also getting someone's name that starts with a C, and I heard Carrie, but I'm getting a big C here. So maybe it's Carol, Caroline, Carrie, or you could have a first or middle or even last name that starts with a C, or that could hold significance for you. Maybe you live in a city that starts with a C as well. So what is the crossing energy? What is the challenge or even the gift? This is the current influence that's either supporting you or challenging your heart space. Wait a second. There's the Seven of Wands. Okay, I did not even see it because it was crossing the energy. So there's that Seven of Wands energy of boundaries and protecting something sacred. If I would have seen that, I would have called it out here, but I was focused on everything but the crossing energy. So perhaps that is a message for you, Gemini. You may be focusing on everything but maybe the challenge, and it could be time that you face or address a situation to help liberate you in some way. Now, the Seven of Wands, as I've mentioned earlier, is about standing up for yourself, meeting a challenge, non-conforming, living life on your terms. Because sometimes as the challenge, this can be walking on eggshells. It can be accusations or feeling on guard, feeling like you're constantly receiving the pressure from all angles, and it's causing your nervous system to go into fight or flight. And it could be causing the nervous system to shut down or emotionally detach. And it could also cause, us to want to roll into that escapism or numbing a situation. So that's interesting here that this has come up and I didn't see it. So perhaps you're able to finally see something that you weren't able to see before. And that is going to allow you to strengthen your own boundaries here. And I keep getting the message of integrity. So if your integrity has been compromised in some way, I do feel like your confidence is beginning to return here, Gem. Now, what is the subconscious influence? There's the Death again. Wow. So there's definitely been an energy of an ego death, of an ending, of a massive transformation that you've gone through. This is the roots of your heart, the hidden feelings, ancestral imprints, or even beliefs that may be quietly shaping how you give and receive love, Gemini. And when the Death card shows up, you may be afraid that people are going to leave. People may not have the ability to grow old with you, or perhaps they may leave you, or you may fear endings because that is what you have witnessed. Maybe growing up, some of you may have had a parent that has crossed over. You may have witnessed a sibling crossover, maybe at a young age. I feel like there is this energy around death in the physical, which oftentimes this is more energetic, but I am getting a physical death here with that coffin showing up. Now, you may be witnessing other people around you, maybe on social media. It could be other people that you've gone to school with, or perhaps that you have dated in the past. You may be hearing news of people crossing over, or a heaviness here that you're picking up on, and something may take you by surprise. So I see here that is actually activating something within you to say, I want to live while I still have the chance. I want to choose happiness because life is short. And I also feel like this is a message coming through from someone who has crossed over. They want you to be happy. They want you to live your best life because yes, life is short. We don't know when it's our time to exit. And I see that you have been transformed by an ending that has occurred. And yes, if it has been, an ending of a relationship, a divorce, or a family dynamic where you felt cut off, I see that you are no longer the same Gemini that you once were. You have grown, you have evolved, and I feel like there's also some shadows, some layers that have been added on as we all add those layers on as we go through this human experience. And some of those layers may have caused you to shut the world out, or to shut others out, or maybe even attract people who have been emotionally unavailable. But I see that you're unlocking. I keep getting that message of unlocking the heart and reaching the next level. Something deep, something that feels more sacred, more solid, more rooted. Now, red is being highlighted here. On both of these future cards, you have the red carnation, you have the red heart, which is the color of, love, but it's the color of the root chakra, the base chakra, which is all about our stability, our sense of belonging, our place in the world. So a lot of you have been healing that root area, which is formulated between the ages of 0 and 7. So there may have been some childhood conditioning that you've been healing. All right, what's going on here in the recent past, where you've come from? This is a recent event or dynamic that has influenced you in how you engage in family or even emotional relationships. Wow, Knight of Wands, she is riding her horse and she's coming in hot. So when the Knight of Wands shows up here in your recent past, this is you persevering. This is you dedicating yourself to a spiritual path. The Wands represent spirituality and inspiration and willpower. And I feel like there's this new passion that is being evoked within you. Your Kundalini energy is rising up to meet you. And so you are determined here to move forward. And I see that you may be taking a look at what needs looking at, because you're making some choices regarding, as I mentioned earlier, your son, your happiness, your abundance, your vitality. That's what you are determined to move towards. Now, what is above you? What's in your conscious awareness here? What you know or want. This can be your current desires, your realizations around this connection here, or around attracting a connection, and what you're hoping to nurture or transform. You have the strength showing up. So when you have the death in your subconscious and the strength in your conscious, this is pretty profound. What that means is you are on the other side of death. You have touched the energies here that have been shadowed, but now you get to open up to this light aspect here when it comes to matters of the heart. You have overcome a lot in your life, and the strength card tells me that you are very well aware of your shadows, your weakness, your vulnerabilities. And instead of judging them, instead of criticizing them, numbing them, running from them, escaping from them, I feel like you are holding them as if you would hold or hug a friend who has lost a loved one. You are taking a look at those weaknesses, and you are giving a bit of a forgiveness. There's a renewal coming in, and you're thanking those weaknesses for protecting you in the best possible way that they could when you needed them to. But I feel like there's a sense of completion. There's a sense of wholeness where you're slaying the dragon. Not only slaying it, but you are becoming friends with it. That's why she is able to put her hand there in the dragon's mouth, because when she honors and respects her past, her shadow, as being a part of her, being as a part of the human experience, but she doesn't have to continue living life from her shadow, but she can honor it. That's when the game changes. And that's why I see here a total transformation coming into a relationship or in an existing relationship here that you have, because when the strength is showing up in your awareness, you know what to do. And even if by doing what you are about to do is difficult and hard and challenging, you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. Now, the strength energy is also about victory, courage. You're overcoming some difficulty here. You are gaining this sense of self-control through facing your fears, facing those shadows. I'm so proud of you, because that's not always an easy thing to do so. And that's what you're doing here. Now, what's showing up in your near future? The Seven of Pentacles. So we have here double sevens, double fours. Sevens in numerology represent spirituality, inner awareness, wisdom, insight, and even reflection. And with the Seven of Pentacles, this is an energy here of you waiting for things to grow. You've been assessing, you've been evaluating and reflecting. Spirit is saying you are really close to harvest. You are really close to getting what it is that you've put into something here. But there could be a pivot. There could be a divine detour. You're reassessing at this time and saying, am I getting back what I'm putting into something? And it feels like that is a question you are getting honest with yourself, and you're making some choices and changes to to embody this energy in a way that maybe you haven't before. And it feels like some of you have put a lot of time and energy. The Pentacle realm is years. Spirit is saying here, you are assessing a return on an investment here. And some of you, there's something that didn't go as planned. Perhaps there was a relationship, a marriage. This could even be something that you have planned, an event, something of that nature that may have went a bit in a different direction, but I actually feel very good about this Seven of Pentacles because I am getting here rewards, right? This is about harvest and rewards. So Spirit is saying, be patient. There is a shift coming in here for you, especially with that strength coming in and you choosing to see the light aspect here of a dynamic. So let's take a look at you, your heart's position here. How are you showing up in love and connection right now? Your emotional availability, your openness, or even your defenses. Now you have the Sun. The Sun energy is highlighted in your beautiful heart, Gemini, because you are inviting happiness in. You are doing what makes you happy. You are letting the ego rest, okay? And I feel like the Sun is bringing this level of confidence that it feels good. It feels like it's playful and it's full of vitality. This is a very abundant energy. So you are in the right place here to make choices, to set boundaries, and to lean into what you desire versus what bonds you. And that's what you are releasing here. All right, we have the Six of Wands showing up in your environment. There's a lot of external influence around you. This could be family, soulmates, partners. It could be the collective energies that are currently influencing you. This also shows external expectations or even behaviors you may be responding to. Again, there's another message of ego. Maybe someone has had an ego death here, and this could be a humbling experience that kind of puts our ego in check. Now we can have a wounded ego, we can have an inflated ego, an altered ego here. Now, egos are very much a part of the human experience. So I feel like it's something that we will carry with us, but we can keep it under wraps, right? We can be confident within our ego. And the Six of Wands here tells me that people appreciate you in some way. There's a lot of recognition here. You may be getting a lot of attention, Gemini, with this Six of Wands, because at times you may have felt overlooked. You may have felt alienated. And maybe there was a part of you that didn't even recognize your own self. That is how much this transformation has shifted you or has changed you in some way. And the Six of Wands is another energy here of accomplishment, of achievement, of recognition. So again, after that heavy period that you've gone through where maybe something did fail, maybe something didn't turn out the way that you had expected or had hoped, I feel like you are being given here victory through soul alignment. I'm getting soul contracts here, maybe even meeting someone through getting out and about. This could be at an event. It could be at a concert, at a wedding. Six of Wands can be where a lot of people are, like a public space. Someone could be graduating here. Maybe this is even like a graduation, a victory. Someone may even be a musician. They may play the guitar. They may play the piano. I feel like musician vibes are coming in for those of you that may be dating, for those of you that may be looking for love. Okay, I'm getting the Cross. Now the Cross, I don't know if this is a place that you could meet someone, like maybe that's the name of it, the Cross, but it could also be that there's a church. Maybe you are walking by or you see a cross. Maybe someone that you meet or connect to is wearing a cross necklace or a chain. It feels like there is symbology within the cross. Maybe they are, they've come from a religious background here, or Yeah, the cross is coming through here. So take that as it resonates, but also look for that sign. I feel like that is a sign that your soulmate is near, or that is a sign that you finally come to the other side here of this transformation. It could also be a sign from a loved one who's crossed over. I'm seeing now the angels in the background. So there's two angel statues. Some of you could have angel statues in your yard, in your home. This could be in your environment. And I just feel like there's recognition. I mean, look at that ball. It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz when the Dorothy lands the house, right? Or the house lands on the Wicked Witch and all of the munchkins come out. And you see here in the illustration, the devil is in this ball, and it feels like you have mastered something, like you have conquered the devil, whatever that devil may be in your life. And I'm going to skip ahead here for a moment, but I'm going to say here, with your outcome being the devil, there's something that you are reclaiming within yourself. Now, remember, the devil can be anything that bonds us, that tethers us, addictions, manipulation, obsessions, codependencies, unhealthy patterns, dynamics, or stories, numbing our emotions or numbing, running. It can be anything that creates an unhealthy pattern or dynamic to our emotions where we're not fully sinking into that level of soul, of self. And that's something you are conquering here. That's why the Six of Wands is showing up in your environment. So the devil as your outcome is a powerful, powerful omen, because that devil did have you in its grips. And I feel like it no longer does. Now, what are the hopes and fears? I know I just jumped ahead, but I wanted to show you because of the context here, because the devil is what you are celebrating, right? You're celebrating here being able to remove that energy from your life or overcome that heavy period that you felt stuck or bonded to. Now, the hopes, fears, and wounds. This is your vulnerability portal. You have the Nine of Cups. Wow, there is a dream, there is a wish that is unfolding here for you. This can also be part of what you are healing from when it comes to love and family. Now, the Nine of Cups is feeling content with where you are at, feeling good with life, feeling emotionally fulfilled, feeling at peace. There's more serenity coming in. Maybe you haven't felt this in quite some time because you felt a bit restless. Perhaps you felt dissatisfied, because the devil will never satisfy us. As much as it can be fun, it can be tempting. Other times it can be very addictive. It can be very toxic, very unhealthy. It is not sustainable. That devil is here for a good time or a short time, not a long time. And some of you may have gone through that experience that was meant to be a cycle of your life, not the entirety of your life. And I see here with this Nine of Cups, your wish is to feel that emotional, accomplishment within. And it could even be something that you've worked hard on for yourself. Nines are a very independent energy, but they're also about completions. And I feel here, Gemini, that you have completed a cycle here that you have carried. It has felt heavy, but you are moving into this phase of unlocking the portals of the heart. You are being struck by love here. There's a surprise invitation coming through. So have faith. You are going to meet someone new if that is what you are looking for. Or for those of you who have felt bonded or stuck in a relationship or in a marriage, it just feels like there is this new vibe that is coming through here for you. If that is something you are wanting, whether it's together or separate, you are choosing to honor your happiness here instead of self-sacrificing by staying attached to that devil. All right, Gemini, this is a lot, but you're definitely in alignment with what it is that you are attracting. And I'm so proud of you. When you have the strength here, that is the one thing that can overcome the devil, and you are. So kudos to you, whatever that may be in your life. Pat yourself on the back. You've earned it. You deserve it. All right, let's look here at what your soul's truth is. What does your soul want you to know at this time? Are you focused, Gemini, on what you are losing or what you are gaining? Are you going through some change? Hello, change written all over your reading here. Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. Wow. Today's soul action. Write this down if you can, if you're able to. Maybe take notes in your note app. Or remember this, maybe even pause the video, do this now. Today, make a list of all the things that you will gain from the change that you are going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming. Yes, they are. That's the 9 of Cups. Your hopes are outweighing your fears. You are embracing Cupid's arrow. And lastly here, let's get a message from the crystal spirits and take a look at what crystal is helping guide you in matters of the heart in the month of September. So if you can safely do so, Gemini, at this time, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, big belly breath. Hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1, and release through your mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you, Gemini, to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be a crystal that you are familiar with, maybe even know the name of. Your crystal could be showing up as a specific shape, size, or color. Your gemstone could be giving off frequencies of unconditional love, strength, compassion, or healing. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do, Gemini, is drop your crystal, whether it's the name, the shape, the size, the color, whatever you are seeing in your mind's eye, drop it in the comment section below. I'll enter you into the free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the community tab. So be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right, shine bright like a diamond, Gemini. This is your gemstone, the priceless gift of time and pressure combined, beauty and strength arising from trials and challenges, the right use of power. And your relationship message is this: your ability to act lovingly is strong today, amplified by Diamond Spirit. You are filled with love and capable of deep compassion, even as you speak the truth about how others' behaviors affect you. Use your power to set firm boundaries and say no and mean it, to listen with an open heart and open mind before making a decision, and to express compassion without giving up your integrity. Sound familiar, Gemini? Diamond is the perfect crystal here for you. All this wells up from the wisdom that you have earned from your previous challenges. You do know better now. I always say when we know better, we do better. At this same time, be sure you do not come on so strong that others feel intimidated. Forcefulness is not necessary. Pay attention to whether someone seems afraid to contradict you, for you might unwittingly be discouraging them for owning their power. Be loving, be strong, be compassionate. That's the strength. And exercise right use of power with everyone you connect with today. Now, diamonds are formed in the Earth's mantle in a lab. They can be due to a collision of an asteroid with the Earth, believe it or not. However they come into being, they teach us that extreme pressure and hardship can transform even the most extraordinary into something incredibly strong and beautiful. That's why the diamond is used, as wedding rings, because they can withhold a lot of damage. You can bonk that diamond and, it stays intact for the most part. Diamond Spirit asks us to contemplate how something that felt unbearable may have actually assisted us to become more fully who we are. Can you see how strong you are now? That is a powerful confirmation of the entirety of your reading, down to the words used. That is Spirit's emissary here for you. You are the diamond, right? Shine bright at this time. That's why the sun is showing up here for you. That is what I have for you, Gemini. If you enjoyed the reading today, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. And if you are interested in a personal reading or signing up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video.